children, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing fine. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the verbs chapter that we had started in our previous video lessons. Today we are going to continue with the third kind of verb, that is verb of incomplete predication. In our previous video we had learned about transitive and intransitive verbs. I told you that transitive verbs are those verbs which requires an object to make a complete sense, but the intransitive verbs are those verbs which will not require an object, which will not need an object. Now the third kind doesn't require an object, but yes, it will be requiring some of the words or some phrases which can help to make complete sense. So let us move ahead with the third kind, verb of incomplete predication, and this you will find on page number 49 of your book. Sometimes a verb does not take an object but requires another word or group of words to complete its meanings. Example, the sun shone brightly. The day was windy. So if you see the verb, our verb is shown here and it's taking the help of this word brightly. So yes, this is not an object. I told you object can be a thing or a person, but here we can see that here this word which has been used is neither a person nor a thing. So yes, this is a different kind of word. So we can say that here the verb is in incomplete predication. The day was windy. So windy is adjective, as I have already told you. In our adjectives chapter, it's describing the day. So the words brightly and windy are required to complement the meanings of the verbs shown and was. Such a word or a group of words is called the complement of the verb. Yes, children, so let me write it down for you. We are learning about verbs of incomplete predication. So here we had seen the example, the day was windy. So was is the verb here and windy is that other word. So this windy will be known as complement of the verb was. Yes. So the extra word which is not an object, okay, is known as the complement of the verb. Now here is the definition. Verbs which need the help of some words or group of words to complete their meanings are called verbs of incomplete predication. Okay children, now let's move ahead with the exercise that follows on page number 50. Complete the following sentences with appropriate complement of the verbs given in the box. So you have a pink box right here. Yes, and we have to complete the sentences 1 to 10 with the help of these words. So in our previous video we had already finished exercise A and B. Now we will continue with exercise C, which is on page number 50. Number 1, he was. He was a brave boy. Yes, so a brave boy is the group of words required to make a complete sense. The ship sailed slowly against the direction of the wind. Number 3. The peanuts were roasted well. Number 4. The plants were lush green. Number 5. The domestic help is interesting, or we can write is sick, right? Yes, the domestic help is sick. Number 6. The match was interesting but unpredictable. Number 7. The sea was rough. Yes, so was rough. Only rough. And interesting but unpredictable. Children, we have done till 7. Now we can move ahead with 8, 9 and 10. I hope you have taken a screenshot. Number 8. Rohan was a dynamic leader. Number 9. Rashi was relaxed. Calm and composed. Number 10. The sea raged. The sea raged furiously. Yes, so calm and composed, furiously. We are done with exercise C on page number 50. And I hope you have finished it. Now let's move ahead with the next part. Chief parts of a verb. The chief parts of a verb are the present tense first form, like go. The past tense, the second form, went, go, went, okay. And the past participle form, third form, example, gone, okay. They are called chief parts of a verb because we can form all other parts with their help, yes. So now, yes, I told you verbs are important parts of sentences. So now main or principal verbs. Main verbs are words like prepare, knock, eat, drink, run and so on. We may add d, ed or ing at the end of such verbs to form new verbs. The base form of the verb or the principal verb may be changed according to other words in a sentence. Example, bake become baked, sing becomes singing. Sometimes you change the base form of the verbs also, like grow becomes grown. Yes, fly becomes flew. Y is replaced with EW there. So now I told you main verbs are there and how are they formed. Now we will move to auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. These are verbs like be, do, can, have, and they are changed according to the sentence or to show the manners of action expressed by the principal verb. Okay, they can act as main verb. Okay, or what we can do is we can use them to help the main verbs. That's why they are auxiliary verbs or they are the helping verbs. Okay children, now we see here, okay, you should remember this children, that we cannot add ing, ed to change the forms of these auxiliary verbs. But remember I told you that we can do it with which one? We can do it with the principal verbs. So now let's see, auxiliary verb be may be used as is, am, are, was and were. Yes children, in your classes as well, in your online classes, I told you, I have already explained this, but still, okay, because it's there in our chapter, verbs chapter, and it is essential part, let's discuss this again. So now I told you the be verb, let's understand, okay. Here we have three main auxiliary verbs, the base form and how we adjust to it. Next is has, okay, and then we have do, okay, and not so important or maybe not so much in the auxiliary verb category, we have can. Okay, so be, has, do and can. Now let's study their forms. I have already explained this to you. Is, are, am, was, were. Yes, what did I tell you for is? I told you that is used for singular subjects and also in present form. Yes, in present tense we use this. So tense we will be learning in our next chapter, do not worry about that. Are is used for plural and also for present. Am is used only with I. When our pronoun or when our subject is I, then only we are going to use am. Now this was is used for singular, but in the past, if we are talking about past, then only we are going to use was. Where is used for plural and the same thing is past. Like if we know the subject is plural and we are talking about past, then we are going to use where. Okay. This is showing you the condition or the state of the noun or the pronoun. Now has means something belongs to someone. When we are talking about has, we are talking about belonging, possessiveness. Now has, have. Okay, has is also a word here. Had. These three forms exist in has verb. So have is used for plural, present. Has is used for singular, present. And this one is used for plural as well as singular and past. Okay children. You know I and you are exceptions. They will always take the plural verb. Okay. So you are not going to use singular verbs with then I and you. Now children, let's come to do. With do we have does, did, does, do and did. Let's understand it this way. So does is used for singular present when we are talking about now. Do talks about plural present. The nouns or pronoun, the subject has to be plural, and this is used for plural and singular both in past. Yes. Now can. For the past of can, we have can and could. This is also auxiliary or helping verb. So children, I hope this is clear. When to use which word, okay, which auxiliary verb we can use in which kind of sentence. Now let's move ahead and see some principal verb and the changed form here. Wake, woke, woken, waking. Okay. Grill, grilled, grilling. Changed form like ing or ed we can add. Ride, rode, ridden, and riding. Break, broke, broken, breaking. Blow, blew, blown, blowing. Begin, began, begun, beginning. And grow, grew, grown, growing. So many words are there which can be changed this way. Their forms can be changed. Now children, we can move ahead with the D exercise. Okay, let's finish exercise D. It's page 51 now. Number, okay, there's no number, so I'll just be writing the blank. The little girl Rima dash dance on the grass. We can use helping verb or principal verb, and dash up the hill to get the view of Valley of Flowers. So the little girl Rima was dancing on the grass. Yes. Or we can write just the verb form, danced. Okay, what did she do? Danced in the first blank, and ran. Okay children, ran up to the hill to get a view of the Valley of Flowers. Her grandmother, before she died, always told her, for the changed form tell becomes told her about the large variety of flowers that grew there. She always desired. This is a principal verb and we are changing the form by adding D to get a view of the valley. Now see children, B is here. So obviously we have what options we have? Is, are, am, then was and were. So here we can see that B is there. She was, because we are talking in past, we are referring to past, so let's write was only. She was a curious girl and loved nature. Flowers of different colors bloomed. All over the valley. As the wind blew, they swayed in the bridge. Swayed means moving here and there, to and fro. She dashed just about to. She was just about to, because we have to use the changed form of be. When she heard a puppy. Heard. Dash with pain. Wailing. Okay, ing. Wailing with pain. She quickly picked it up. Picked. And dash home to give it some first aid and ran home. Yes children, so here we are done with exercise D as well. Now let's see what we have next. In our next part we have some strong and weak verbs. Okay. There is a simple way to find out whether a certain verb is strong or weak. So what is the way? In the past tense form, if there is a final ed or t which is not in the present tense, it is called a weak verb. Okay, so see acquired. If we see acquired, the word acquired is there and last you see d is added, right? Ed is added. So what do you think? Which kind of verb will that be? So yes, that will be a weak verb. So acquired will be a weak verb because it is taking d or the changed form, the past form is being made by adding what? Ed. So yes children, this is a weak verb. Then you have similar words like address, addressed, bark, barked, bend, bent. So also we told not just ed but t as well. So if you're changing the form of the verb from the present to the past, and if you're adding ed or t to it, then we understand that it is a weak verb. Okay, damage, damaged, deal, dealt. Okay. So some verbs do not change in any of the three forms, like bid, cost. Yes, children, this is like a huge mistake that we do when we are changing the form or when we are talking in past. Okay, so what we do, we say it costed me 10 rupees. No, children, cost always remains cost. Similarly, some other words are there which will always remain the same in the past form as well. In all its three forms, past, present and past participle, it will be the same word that has been used in the present. Okay, it won't change its form. Now bid, cost, hit, not hitted. Okay, so hitted is a wrong English, like wrong word. So read, readed, no. Set, set remains set, not setted. Bed, cast, let, shut, spread, cut, hut, hurt. Now put, split, thrust. Okay, so you are not going to add any ed or t to make or change the form. Now correct use of some verbs. Now children, sometimes we are confused about some verbs, where are they used. Okay, so some words have been explained better, so we can see. Now use of born and born. The word bear has different forms. Okay, bear, bore, which means to carry. Okay, now I hope you're done with this, children. Use of, now this word, born and born. Yes, both are the past participle of bear. The main word is bear. This bear means to carry. Okay, to carry something, like if you are carrying a burden of something. Okay, so you must have heard words like airborne disease. That means air can carry that disease, airborne disease, right? So here we are going to use born. Now next word is bear. It means to give birth. Yes, that means, like you know, you were born. So you took birth, right? You were born. So here we are going to use B-O-R-N. So I hope you understood both of the meanings. That means both of the words' meanings. Now, like the bricks were borne by laborers on their head. That means they carried it on their head. And Mahatma Gandhi was born in Gujarat. That means he took birth. Okay, there. So now next word is fell. Fell is the past tense form of the word fall. The boy fell off the chair. When fell is used in the present tense, it indicates to cause something to fall. Its form are fell, felt and felt. Okay, we can add ed. So yes, when ed can be added in the past form, that means it is a weak verb. I told you this. Now let's continue with other words. Hanged and hung. The word hang has different forms. Hang, hung. Okay, like here we had seen these two words. This one was... Now let's see, we have other example here. Hang. When we mean to say that to suspend means to hang it, to suspend it with something, then we use the word hung, okay, in that sense. And when do we use hanged? This is also the past participle of hang only. So hang, hang. This means to put to death by tying a rope round the neck. That time, children, we are not going to say hung. We are going to say what? Hanged. Like he's hanged till death. He was hanged. Yes. So these two words are often confused or not understood how to use. So now you know. You like you suspend your clothes, you hang your clothes. But when someone is dying due to the rope that is tied around their head, neck, then that time we say hanged. Okay. Now let's move ahead. The murderer was hanged yesterday. The clothes were hung on a clothesline to dry. Now she hung the mask on the door. Now the word we have is lie. Okay, sometimes you know na many of us write lay and lied. So what does it mean? Now our main word is lie. It becomes lay or led. Here lay, right? Lay. And another is there lay, lied or lied. Okay. This lay means to place something on a surface, to rest or remain. To rest or remain. Yes. And this one means to speak falsely or to lie, you know, right? Not telling the truth. To speak falsely. So here also we can see two forms, lie, lay, len, and lie, lied, lied. Okay. She lay down for some time as she was tired. That means she rested. She lied down on her back. Let her lie on the sofa, to remain, to stay at the sofa. He lied to her. He was not speaking the truth. He was lying. Now use of rise and raise. Yes, children, we also mistake here. So we also commit errors here. Now rise, this word means to get up. Means to get up or come up. Like what? Sun. The sun rises in the east. Raise. Okay. It means to lift. If you pick up something to a higher level, like if you raise your hand. So you raise your hand, not rise your hand. Okay. Rise means to get up your whole body, or the sun rises, so that complete sun comes up. So yes, here we have some exceptions as well. Now use of saw. Okay, we already know see, saw and seen, right? This means, this thing we know that it means to look at something, to see something. Okay, like we saw a train, this saw, we saw a train. When you see, when you look at a train, when you get a glimpse of the train. Now one more saw is there, which means to cut wood. Okay, another word is, it said, this is not the past tense we are talking about. We are talking about this is the process to cut wood. Okay, so saw becomes sword and sword. Saw. Yes, sword and saw. This one is in past. This one is in past and participle. Past participle. The carpenter sawed a board of wood to make a box. Now children, we have an exercise which will remain your homework and we will do in our next video lesson. Till then, please complete your exercise and stay alert for your next video to get the answers. Children, we can just rest our lesson. We can just finish our video lesson till here only for today, and we will be continuing with exercise E in our next video lesson. Children, please take care of yourself till then. Bye-bye.